It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4.
Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action, it's Fields. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk, and this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and
10. Here's Fields. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Off play action, Fields.
And he's going to be taken down. Back on the 35-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, it lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Tucker's kick is good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And some room to work. Touchdown, Vikings!
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Fields on 1st down.
Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward, incomplete pass.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. They'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He'll find his man, that's Taylor again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Justin Fields.
Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And a points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. The series just...
man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Viking 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Give to Cook out of the gun.
77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The Vikings at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On play action, they'll throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Cook running right.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw here.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He'll look to throw.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open.
And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
Cook up the gut. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
18 Grab 50. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Check pass.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. 18, Pioneer.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Set to kick off.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They'll try and throw for it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Fields now to throw.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Again, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, They're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 3 Lions.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Let's go. 79 Broncos.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
18 Rattler. Trap 50.
They're going to try and throw. And now here's another interception.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They'll still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now.
Makes the score Bears 31, Vikings 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10. Their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
On play action, Fields.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll try to middle with Cook. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Vikings.
Nico Collins
from 10 yards out.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Pass on for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Bears 31, Vikings 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I
going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They run again on first down. Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On second down, Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Looking to throw. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
First and 10, Taylor now.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Fields. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down inside the 30. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
All eyes on Fields.
Being chased out left.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about it.